sad about it. So sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Green Bay Packers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Whip. Pilot, 64, reach. Hey, orbit.
Throwing on 1st down is Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Shark. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Watch out. You draw Corker. Shoot.
Looking to throw it, Minshew, and that is incomplete here. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Mike 42, ready?
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a pickup of 6.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Minshew. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check 50, check 50. 61, matchbox lights.
And a give this time to the tailback. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Out of the gun is Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. This is Josh Lambo. He hit from 57 a year ago. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rodgers again now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Now Minshew. He completes it to Westbrook. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 45-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Minshew, 1st and 10. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat. He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Jaguars' 36-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch the pass.
7-7, our score after 1. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Here's Rodgers to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 21.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now throwing again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Throwing is Rodgers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Blue 58. Not here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. On 2nd and goal, Rodgers. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Tavecchio to add the PAT. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Minshew. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Minshew sets to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal. Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Switch, switch, switch. 36, 36.
And he'll give it here to his running back.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
These 2 offenses have gone up and down the field so far in the first half. Finally, I say, here's a stop on 3rd down.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we draw up. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Here's Minshew. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. To throw on 2nd and 6. Minshew, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a handoff here to his running back. A good comeback there after the penalty. 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Swift, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think someone's going to get in the QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That'd be the second person in his ear, because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone, and that will be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong, because they have plenty of leg.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Set, ready? 10-2 stop.
So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. Open man is Westbrook, complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Minshew. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw it, Minshew. He's going to wind up and air it out. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah,
and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 17-14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. On 2nd down, Minshew toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers, the linebacker Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. From the 27, Minshew to the right side to Eric Ebron. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Minshew. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Touchdown, Jaguars! DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Packers take over at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
44, Mike, 44. And we got to get to the ball.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Alert flat. 26. 5.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Come on, fellas.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. That one looks like he'll throw here. The open man is Westbrook. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. D.D. Westbrook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They're still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10 once again from the 28. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he coughed it up, and the Jags grab it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Down, 30 base.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Shoot.
And they will take a knee here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line.
Two time. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? 70, Indy. Check, Mike 42.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Jaguars, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.